Hello there. Welcome to Pen Positive. This is Vinod Narayan. Can I take this additional task? It's a very simple, straightforward question. We all have the same fixed number of hours in a day. Our capacity is finite. We don't have infinite capacity to do things. But many times what is asked of us is much more than what we can probably deliver. Now, we all vary in our ability and our capacity to deliver, but even then, the ask can sometimes be much more than what we can really deliver. And this simple question, can I take this additional task, becomes very important. And the fact is, even after so many years of working in organizations, working in different roles, in demanding roles, there are many people who cannot give an answer to it. They cannot say if they can really commit to the task. And that's a sad state of affairs for people who cannot say that. And why do you think people cannot say what if they can commit to a task or not? Sometimes, obviously, they don't want to say no to a task because it depends on who asks it. Another reason is they don't really know what their capacity is. They've not quantified what they can deliver. They cannot predict how much time a certain task would take and whether they will be able to complete. I'm not saying everyone, but there's a lot of people who cannot give an answer to this question, can I take this additional task? Sometimes the people who ask you are very considerate. So they ask this question, you know what, do you have enough capacity to take this? Even when the person who asks for the task are considerate, still there's no answer. And the result of that is people are burned out. They have all these tasks over there. Every day work is unfinished. Imagine working in a place where the work never ends. Where you cannot finish a day's work and say that, okay, right, tomorrow is a new day. Everything kind of slips. And this becomes more and more difficult for people because over a period of time, people feel that they're not able to perform. Either they feel they're not able to perform or they feel that they're being overburdened. Yeah, sometimes there is a performance issue. Sometimes there is an issue of overburdening. But at any point of time, any individual who is working in the corporate sector, who is working where a lot of unpredictability, uncertainties are there, where you know that there'll be a lot of tasks thrown at you. Fundamental thing is we need to know what can we deliver in a day, in an hour. If someone tells me, can you do this? I should be able to say, yeah, it'll take 2 hours, but I can't do it because I have other priorities. Now, prioritization is the important thing. Are you going to spend your time on the task that just came because someone asked you, or are you going to say that I need to prioritize that and I'll do it later? Just ask every time a task comes to you. Just ask, can I commit to this additional task? Commitment is something that you deliver. Commitment is not saying yes. There's a interesting thing. There are so many people who think that commitment means saying yes to a task. Commitment does not mean saying yes to a task. Commitment means saying yes to something and delivering it on time. That's what commitment is. So if that's what commitment is, most of the people are not committing. Most of the people are not committing. They're just saying yes. And yes is not a commitment. Yes can come because they can't say no. Yes can come because they don't know whether they can really deliver something. But they don't want to say no and put themselves in a poor situation or uncomfortable situation. So they say yes. It's the easiest thing to say. But the result of saying yes and not delivering is never good. one time, two time, you might be able to go with it. Then there comes a point when people will say, you know what? That person will always say yes, but you know what? He's not going to deliver, or she's not going to deliver. So always, when a new task comes to us, ask this question. Because next time you ask that question and you want an answer, you will go back and try to figure out what your real capacity is and what you can deliver. And if you can't get a straight answer at that time, that's okay. Maybe now is the time when you can start working on understanding what your capacity is. You guys take care, be content, be pen positive, stay safe. Please be kind.